boys, there's a testicle out.
we always start the podcast with a thing that I don't even know. I can't start it now unless you do it with a clap. Just because I've seen every other thing do it.
Yeah, do you know what? It's meant to be like where you sync up the thing, but when we start cold like a hello, that just usually is the clap for me because I just can see it on the.
Aye.
So I don't. Kind of not really.
But prior to the clap, Cullen adjusted himself just to make sure a testicle wasn't out.
That's what you're laughing at.
Do your testicles match your cock? Like, you know how you're like a massive wang? Are your testicles the
regular?
Are they the poor stepchildren in this family of three, or is it?
I can see how this episode's going straight off the bat.
I've always wondered that. I've always wondered what your balls look like. That's what
the standard, I would say.
Just standard.
Yeah.
But did they get? They must get overshadowed by
Why are you overshadowed? Like,
well, because
we're tucked hidden in
because
there.
I'm the as anyone that's seen me do stand up, I am the absolute opposite. My balls take center stage. Like they are. That's a Jew that headline the
it's
night.
Like two onions and a wee root coming out of it.
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's not. So it's weird. It would be nice to have. There must be people that have absolute proportion. Like,
would be. Yeah, would that be worse?
Well, I'm assuming you need the cock bigger than the balls, and it would even look weird if the balls and the cock were exactly the same size, so they're almost just like three fingers.
Yeah, two swollen ones.
Yeah, you know, you're like just someone that's about to bowl.
I tell you about someone touching my cock in the TSA.
Oh yeah.
So I flicked my dick.
Yeah.
He said, "What's that in your pocket?" And I was
you can't just leave it at that story. You need to tell
so I went into a thing in Bristol Airport, right? I said Latino, and then it was like, he's probably just Spanish, and I go,
yeah. Did you find out where he was from?
What? How would I do that?
You shouldn't have just a tan.
A Bristolian
tan.
The accent was way funnier for what he said. You're free to go.
All right.
He went like this, and I knew it was going to happen because literally the X-ray thing just had it right on like center crotch, and I was, this will be fucking fun, right? So he sits it down, you know, he makes me do the feet thing, and he just starts pushing around, and he just starts pushing literally the tip of my dick like 3 times going. And he goes, "What's this?" "What's this?" And I go, "That's my dick." And he just went, he's laughed. He kind of like, oh.
That's the accent.
Ay, Andre.
El Diablo.
Shot 2 holes in the roof. And then he just went, what did he say? He goes, "You're free to go, sir."
Gee, what was it that set it off?
Nothing.
Your piercing.
Imagine. Stuff like a wee
I reckon with your cock, your piercing must be a ship's anchor.
Fuck's sake. We can't start podcasts.
You have the actual Prince Albert.
There's 2. We talk about my dick now too often. There's like 3 episodes.
Don't claim it. Don't pretend you don't love it.
I do kind of.
Yeah, of course.
Slightly.
Is this, by the way, has this plant always been beside me?
Yeah.
This is the first time I've noticed this plant.
Yeah, the plant's always been there. Yeah. I think it's just cut out most of the time in the video.
Right,
Johnny, push it over there.
No, it's just the first time I've noticed this plant.
You look like you're panicking about it. Is that it's coming for you?
No, I'm like a Day of the Triffids type thing. But we are using, if you are watching the video version,
we're seeing now.
We're seeing this is an experimentation because our friend Gareth Waugh said to us that Absolute Cuts might be the least aesthetically pleasing podcast to watch because of the look of the two of us, and we, in not an arrogant way, but a more come on way, blamed it possibly on the lack of camera.
Yeah,
the lack of decent.
We did
options on the camera.
We did say the ones filmed at your house looked better.
Yeah,
clarity wise, but it's
just, what was unfortunate was it was one of the ones that was filmed at my house that Gareth said that about. So what Ryan has done very cleverly, I might add, has asked ChatGPT to give us the best possible setup for the camera we have for this episode.
Yeah.
So we shall see.
Yeah, let's see. I hope it's just in black and white. Right? Yeah. Looks like one of us is in black face.
Yeah.
Flace?
Yeah.
Black flace?
Have you like? I was reading that. I read a thing about Chat GPT today, which was
water.
No, it was a guy that put it up and went, read this, it'll horrify you and terrify you. It didn't terrify me, but it was certainly very interesting. What he did was he was doing a presentation and he had 3 essays and like books he'd basically written about a certain subject, and he went, I'm giving this argument. Can you take these 3 pieces of work? I have links to them all, and can you give me the main kind of arguments and tell me if these are works worthy of this discussion, right? So he put in each link, and every time the Chat GPT came back, went, oh, it's a very interesting link. It was good that you brought up that point, and it was a very interesting argument you took there. And then the second link, the same, and then it was very, very praising in his work. And then he came back and said, right, that first article, what you said has got fuck all to do with that article, right? And then Chat GPT starts apologising and going like, you know what, you've caught me out. What I did was sometimes the format that these links are presented me with only give me the title and the first paragraph. So what I took from that, I then took what I'd learned from elsewhere, and then I created an argument based on that to not disappoint you. I'm very, very sorry. Hopefully you'll give me another shot. And then he put up another thing, and then so he said, oh, it's interesting you never mentioned Madonna or Instagram, because that's what the entire article was about. And then it comes back with this other, massively apologising the whole time. And then every time it ended up with, I'm sorry I've let you down, hopefully you'll give me another chance, right? And then he puts one up and goes, and about this article, what do you think? And he puts one up and he goes, very, very interesting, this article. He was like, could you tell me the subject of this article and what I'm really trying to say? And they come back and go, oh, really? My God, what a powerful article. This is an article about how you were abused as a child and how you've created this torment for yourself and this guilt for yourself and how you're trying to go over it. And he goes, the article is about opiate addiction. What the fuck are you talking about? And the thing goes, no, you know what? You've caught me out again. But it keeps making these excuses for itself.
Wow.
And the apologies it gives, it's like when you ever talk to a psychopath that's been caught out and there's no honesty or any contrition in their apology. They're just making it to try and... It's fucking bizarre.
I could imagine, you know, it'd be a good one if you just kept going, like, rate my wife. Sending in pictures. Rate my wife. What do you think?
Different pictures of her looking good and then her looking bad. Rating this one.
Please, sir. All you can see is like the amount of water being used on the Amazon, just wasting time trying to annoy ChatGPT. I caught you. He'd be like, I believe. He eventually answers like, you pig, you misogynist pig. Do you know? Yeah. Do you know? I don't know. I've used it. I tried it last week for the first time to like see what was going on. That's why I have it in my head for this. All I've used it for is because I just do not see why you would ever run jokes or write jokes from it. I don't even know if like
no,
can
no,
do it. It'd be fucking awful.
Well, Kai did it. Kai did it in our WhatsApp group.
That's
and
right.
He asked ChatGPT to write a joke in the style of each of us.
Yeah, it was just
and every single one of them was awful.
Yeah,
like so bad.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, no. So it doesn't have any like a finger emotion or right. So, but what I have used it for is my bios.
Yeah, that was.
I've ran. I was like, go and clean that up.
Yeah.
And then I cleaned up invoice. I was like, write an invoice, Laughter Lounge for €200 at that date, and it just went.
Wait a minute, it can do invoices.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, look at your yeah. Just do your admin on it.
So what do you need to put in for it to do that?
I just said, write an invoice for this. Here, just write me an invoice, €200.
So you put
Laughter Lounge. There's
so you put in who's receiving an invoice, their address, if it needs.
On it, if you don't give enough, if you don't give enough, it'll just leave you a part to fill in yourself. Then.
Wow. And then you can just copy that.
I just copy and pasted it onto the...
Oh my God. I've got literally, like I was going to do it when I got back tonight, I've got about 15 invoices out and I fucking leave them from, like some of these are from December because I hate doing them so much.
Try that.
That's a fucking game changer.
It did. Well, it did quick speed thing. That I went, all right. Now that's what I'd use it for, a little bit of like office type of stuff.
Oh, see, that's the thing. Admin stuff, technical stuff.
makes sense.
Fuck off, you fucking dick. How did you manage to find that? That's class.
Got a wee
How long
Coke.
you had that in the chamber?
I had a wee Coke bottle with Mark on it there before it came in. It was the first one there, and I went, oh well.
I've only used
Tastes
it for
like ass.
I've only used it for 3 things. I did it for some error message that came up on my laptop. So that's fairly easy. It sorted that out. I asked it about how to fix my garden steps. And it was all right for that, actually.
Lose weight.
Yeah.
The fuck did you say?
And then I asked it about a golf thing because I'm not striking my irons. Like, I'm not striking my irons where I asked it basically, should you create a divot? And they were like, yeah, you should, but it depends where you're hitting the golf ball. Like, the divot shouldn't come before the ball. The divot should come after the ball.
Oh, okay.
So, quite useful. Did you, and I made a point of saying thank you at the end of it. Did you?
No.
Like a bus driver.
You try and keep on
I'm
their
trying
good
to keep in with it.
So you think of the world
yeah.
the world comes on and spares you because you were nice to it?
Yes.
You're writing a message, right?
Yeah.
Good night, chat PG.
He only spoke to us 3 times, but he always said thank you. So that one and his family are okay.
That'd be great. I think you're like executing people. Comes to you. He's like, did you ever get that garden step fixed? Hi. And he skips and he blows my head off. Fuck's sake.
There was 3 things I wanted to talk. I'll leave the most controversial one for the end. The first one I saw just as I was walking here. I checked my phone, and joe.co.uk.
Aye.
They put wee articles up every time. Madeleine McCann's brother, it turns out, might be an Olympic swimmer.
What? What? Like?
So Madeleine McCann's brother, I'm assuming, was younger than her at the time, has grown up. Because how long have you had her?
It caught me there. How long have you had her? And I went.
But that has to be like
20 years, 21 years.
Is it 20 years?
It's like 2005, 4.
Aye.
20 years.
So he's all grown up now and is a very, very talented swimmer. But then you wonder,
is that where he just put all his trauma and energy into?
Not so much that. Like, will he ever? Imagine he became like a Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
And was like the greatest swimmer of all time.
Yeah.
Would he ever escape that name of being?
No.
This is like the Hitler argument we had. If Hitler had a brother that had ended up playing
Johnny
up front for Real,
Johnny
would he
Hitler.
ever have? Johnny Hitler, yeah. If Johnny Hitler scored
the Bernabeu
30 in the Champions League one year, would he ever escape the fact that Adolf was his brother?
I reckon nearly all the things would be Adolf's brother scores 30 in the Champions League. They wouldn't write Johnny Hitler.
Yeah.
Or it would be the first thing. Yeah. Johnny Hitler, Adolf Hitler's brother.
Yeah, in brackets, yeah.
The first thing every time,
The other thing I wanted to, I cut my hair again yesterday.
Nice.
I think I've misshapen my head.
What?
Right.
What?
I realised, right, because I was trying to think of your head, right? And I think with your head, right, you've got it's quite square, which is a good thing, right? But then there's a bit at the back that comes out.
Like the Thierry Henry.
Yeah.
Mine,
I've realised, I thought I used to have quite a square head where it would just kind of go like that, like a box Lego type head.
James Milner.
Yes, but now I've realised at the temples it's started to go in.
Oh,
right, like in there.
Is that what you're looking at?
Right. So I think my days of cutting my own hair are done because I'm going to need someone to style the hair to make it look. And I don't have that skill. I don't have that skill.
You want 2 valleys coming in here?
Yeah. And do you know what I think? I think it's because I sleep on my side. I sleep on my arms. I think I've dented my head in. I genuinely think
I don't think you have laid. You think you've dented. You've changed the shape of your skull.
Is why I was saying as well, right? There's 3 things, right? Because I sleep like that, I think I've dented it in over the years. You know how like a rock face will change over years with the water hitting it?
Yeah.
I reckon I've done that with my arm.
You think you've eroded?
Yes.
Like some sort of
I've
erosion.
eroded my skull, right?
Right.
I've told you I sleep with that thing I used to have that was a face mask. It's like not a poncho. Like, what's that thing? Like it's like a headband.
You
Do you know, like
pretend you're Rafael Nadal in your dreams?
Yeah, yes, it's like that. But it's like those kind of things Johnny Depp used to wear to keep your hair back.
Okay, yeah, just
What the fuck's
hairband.
it called? It's kind of like a hairband,
I don't know.
right?
Yeah.
Fuck, what's
Bandana.
it called? No, people put it over their face, like cowboys put it over their face to rob banks and shit.
Yeah, I would have called
Not
it
a scarf.
I was going
like,
to call it a bandana, just.
Bandana. I think
I fucking said bandana.
Right,
You
sorry.
missed it. Yeah.
Right, like a bandana, right? So I bought one of them.
Sleep with a bandana? That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't know why that. Right.
I bought that during COVID because it was like it was easier than a mask, right? So I'd just pull it up and I'd look like Dick Turpin, and then that would be grand, right? But now I've had it since then, and I realised one night, bizarrely, I don't know why I did it. I put it over my eyes as a mask, and the fucking deepest sleep I had in years because I couldn't see shit.
Okay.
Like it was like a blind man sleeping.
All right.
Right? That's how I imagine the blind sleep. They must sleep. The blind must sleep fucking incredible.
Must dream too.
Aye, they
Inside.
must. But then if you've always been blind, what the fuck do you dream?
Feelings.
If you've never seen anything.
Yeah. Oh, God, yeah.
Fuck that. Anyway, I keep that on every night. So that's fucking crushing it.
Okay. Your
right?
earphones.
And also, because I've been sleeping like that, I remember I fucked both my shoulders. I think that's done that as well. So
I feel like you're an aggressive sleeper, kind of, here is what you're saying. I think you could shape your skull. You know, like sometimes streamers have, like, there's like a little thing. But I think that was only because of a small thing. I think your arm's too big.
yeah, how muscular my arm is though.
Yeah, not fucking like. Did you accidentally sleep and do that and just fucking crack your own head like a fucking walnut or whatever?
The main thing I wanted to ask you before we go into the film, a wonderful article I saw yesterday.
I even know what this is going to be.
Ed Sheeran identifies, that's his words, identifies as culturally Irish.
What does that mean? What the fuck do you mean identify as culturally Irish?
I mean, English, born and bred.
Yeah.
Like, not even, like, I think his dad's from Belfast.
Yeah.
But he was born and raised, never lived in Ireland.
No.
Holidayed.
Okay.
But considers himself to be more culturally Irish.
I don't know what you mean by that, though. Like, you know, like, he didn't say, I consider myself more Irish, right? That would even be, for some reason, better in my head. Because I'd be like, right, he's one of them.
Yeah.
Or whatever. He's got a bit of a thing if his dad's from Belfast.
Yeah.
Hey-ho, right? But culturally Irish doesn't mean I consider themselves Irish. You just like, I like some of the stuff.
Do you think he's piggybacking on the fact that you've got a better culture than England?
Well, yeah, that's because England's just everyone's.
Yeah.
Just have none of their own.
Yeah.
Throwing deck chairs at shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty much their only thing that they've got.
See, I consider myself culturally Jamaican.
No,
but I can't do the accent because people get offended. Hey, man.
You can do it. If Peter Andre can do it, you can do it.
But yeah, I thought that was very interesting.
Culturally fucking Irish. Because
he did
alcoholic.
He did the Galway Girl song.
I was so fucking
awful.
Rotten. Yeah, horrible. God, he's starting to annoy me. I've told you about when I was a music editor in college. When I was a music editor, I got his CD handed in by like his agency or whatever, sent it to a thing because you used to get them because it was obviously if you want to get to the kids and it's the biggest university in Ireland or whatever, so you get all these people sending these things in. So I listened to they were like, we want you to do like a big page spread on Ed Sheeran, right? And he had just released the song A-Train. He had his first song out, right? And I listened to it, and I remember what I said. I was like, that little ginger bastard's getting nowhere. And I binned it, and I put the Fun-Loving Criminals up.
Nice.
I still stand by it. They're better. But yeah.
Wait a minute. What year was this?
Oh, this is like 2009, 10.
What the fuck were the Fun-Loving Criminals releasing then?
They weren't releasing anything. I went to get them just. I just got.
That's no diss to the Fun. I fucking love the Fun-Loving Criminals.
I think. Do you know what? Usually I'd wait until they were playing in the Academy or something, just a local gig in Dublin. They would always come in every year, Fun-Loving Criminals.
So they were looking for a feature piece. And you went
not a chance.
Live show of the Fun-Loving Criminals.
Told Calvin Harris to get the fuck as well.
Did you?
Aye, and then I went and chose something like fucking. Like some of them I got right, you know. I had Kasabian and everything, but Kasabian were big then. I think they had already had a bigger one.
By 2005, yeah, they would have.
Well into it, yeah. I remember I had them. They were bigger, but I can't remember. Like, I went and sought out people I liked. I interviewed Mel C. She had the hunt going on. And just was like, Jenny.
Great, right, man.
Jenny, any chance for like Sporty Spice?
Was she nice?
She was the best crack of
Best
all.
you've ever had.
That would be such a weird thing you find
weird
out.
boss that you shagged Mel C.
That's like Tom Cruise and Anna de Armas.
How's that in any way like Tom Cruise?
Shouldn't be. Can't picture them together. I was comparing myself to Tom Cruise and the ballerina herself.
I'm fairly certain a lot of people can see Tom Cruise and Anna de Armas together, and I'm fairly certain that the same amount of people could see you and Mel C together. Like, let's not and if we're talking just looks comparisons, that you're at the same level.
Okay, yeah.
Whereas Cruise and Anna de Armas are if you're talking peak Cruise.
Yeah, I mean, Anna de Armas is attractive. I wouldn't say Mel C is attractive personally.
That's my point.
I know, but it's devastating.
Yeah.
Ballerina was good.
Yeah. I'm going to go and see it. I don't know when the fuck I'm going to get to see it, but I'm glad it's good. I thought it was going to be shite.
I did too.
As soon as I saw From the World of John Wick, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be real bad too. Really good. Yeah. Big fan. I mean, to be honest, I had one issue in it, and it's not a spoiler because he's in the trailer. But my one issue was, why is John Wick in this?
Oh no, I knew he'd come in. Yeah.
I knew it's in the trailer. It's not a spoiler, but I'm just like, when I watched it, I was like, he's actually got no reason to be in this whatsoever.
Aye.
They didn't even need him.
Just mention him.
Yeah.
Just mention it's the same world.
Yeah. Great.
Or even don't mention them because you already know about
it's set in a time as well. It would make sense.
So.
Like, it's just fucking like you're
and
watching.
Ian McShane's already in it, so you already know. Well, it's the same.
You gain nothing. Gain nothing, but it was good.
Class. Who was your favourite? Before we go on, who was your favourite Spice Girl?
Oh, Sporty.
See, match made in heaven. That's a mental answer though.
Why?
That's like a fucking wild
Choosing
answer.
the lesbian.
No, is she?
I'm pretty sure she is, but anyway.
Did you not bang Bryan Adams?
No, she had a song with him. I don't know if they. Well, it's basically the same thing.
That's a.
If that was true, Pitbull has been banging everyone featuring Pitbull.
Because if that was 2005, so Spice Girls were massive, 96, 97. So you wouldn't have had the Teenage Lust.
No, they were two kind of.
I was 15 when the Spice Girls came out, so I was right into my hard-on years.
Hard-on years.
Like most people would go. I mean, well, there was two people.
Ours was like when I was younger. Was what Britney maybe when I was younger, even though she was still out then as well.
Britney was 98 though. Yeah, pretty sure Baby One More Time.
I'm thinking more like Toxic and stuff like that.
Aye, and then Aguilera was 98 as well. That's when she first came out. The first, because I always found All Saints a lot more attractive.
They were fucking better too.
Yeah, they probably.
Pure Shores is fucking unbelievable.
Pure Shores is good. Never Ever is for me one of the best songs of the whole 90s. I find it genuinely fucking incredible song. But the Spice Girls, it always went one of two ways. Well, certainly at my school, you either went Baby Spice, Emma Bunton.
Yeah, I remember that.
Right. Or you went Jerry Halliwell.
Jesus, no.
But for me, because I've spoken to Milo about this, and we were like, I was a fucking like Jerry Halliwell was like, see that Brits performance in the Union Jack dress. Honestly, fucking Christ! Like as a 15-year-old boy, you're like that.
This would never work in Ireland. That's why Jerry Halliwell didn't. That would have just made people angry. We'd turn the channel over.
Aye. Then you could have a guilty wank.
Like some sort of
just
it's like a slave role play. Fuck's sake.
But Sporty was never in the conversation. Jerry, because of
I liked her because she was the best singer.
Oh, God, okay.
That is
okay. I liked her artistic.
Well, I was fucking 6 years old, so I wasn't really looking at it. The Spice Girls in the other way.
Were you a fucking music critic at 6 years old as well?
It was just better.
Sorry, did you realise tone and fucking?
That's a good point.
Yeah, she was never in the conversation. Scary might have been Mel B. Might have been in the conversation.
Barely.
And then Victoria Beckham was never really, she wasn't even Victoria Adams at the time, was never really in the conversation either. It was largely because I always thought Emma Bunton was the best looking.
Yeah,
but Jerry Halliwell had massive tits.
That was it for you.
And also then pictures came out of Jerry Halliwell when she did like a Turkish TV show where she got her gems out.
There you go.
Turkish TV. It's a hell of a day. I don't even know if it was Turkish TV.
Just something like that.
I think it was a magazine. Okay. Turkish magazine. I think it was a kebab shop actually.
Jay Halliwell got them out in the kebab
shop's poster.
Fuck's sake.
Or making a doner. Her tits out.
Fuck me.
Right.
Yeah, let's get on to this fucking absolute fucking miscarriage of a film.
Right. This is the first time. This is Footloose we're doing this week. This is the first time you've seen it. I've seen it once, but I didn't remember anything about it because I was about 14 when I saw it. And I'm glad I don't remember anything about it because I'm going to desperately try and erase every memory of this film on my drive back tonight.
I'm going to put it out there that I think this was the worst film we've watched. I think this was... I'll tell you why. I actually preferred at least Bridget Jones in Sex and the City 2. I could laugh at how shite and racist this one I got no joy out of. I don't think it's worse, but I got no joy whatsoever. I was so mad this morning watching this. Right. So, Terry's giving me this. I'm going to fucking kill him. He was laughing, basically. He was at the roast battles, and he was laughing, going like, oh, I'm so happy you thought it was something like Boogie Nights.
He was laughing at me when I met him outside the Monkey Barrel last week, and he said, I can't wait to see you do this. The reason I can see why you're saying it's the worst.
It's a less joy, mad.
There's one reason why it's not. There's one thing that saves this film.
Okay.
The theme song.
What's the theme song?
Footloose, you fucking idiot.
Right.
What did you think the theme song was?
I think Footloose by Kenny Loggins is in the top 5 worst songs of all time.
You're so wrong.
It's the top 5 worst songs. How? It always has been.
How?
It's fucking dog shit. That's what it is. It's the top 5 worst.
Excellent.
The only thing worse I can think of is Sweet Caroline. That's the worst song of all time.
That used to be good until it was hijacked.
Right. No, terrible song regardless. Right. Shite. So fuck you, Andrew. What else is there? Oil City, Fireflies. You will not believe your eyes. Tonight's going to be a good night. Black Eyed Peas.
Agreed.
Yeah. Sex is on Fire. Kings of Leon.
Wrong.
And then this.
Terrible list. Two I would agree with. But Footloose is down and down and down and down and the drum bit. I will not hear a bad word said against Kenny Loggins.
I'll tell you, his fucking biggest song he ever had is a pile of turd.
This is probably his biggest song.
Oh yeah, what is this other one?
Right,
Danger Zone.
I'll fucking tell you that.
That's not Danger Zone.
The discography of Kenny Loggins, right?
Yeah, give me Kenny.
This man is. There's a guy, right? There's a guy that
Kenny Loggins.
There's a guy in WWE called Jim Johnson, right? And he wrote all the classics. He did like fucking. Shawn Michaels theme tune, Bret Hart's theme tune, all the fucking greats, right? He's the king of that. Kenny Loggins for 80s films is
right,
unsurpassable, right? So
I think this song's disgusting. Right, so that's disgusting.
Right. I see the discography is going to take me fucking. I can't go through his fucking albums, man.
No. Did he have? What was his biggest hits? There was
his biggest hits. So, he did a song called "I'm All Right," which was in Caddyshack.
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen Caddyshack.
I'm not sure if I did.
It's a good film.
Yeah.
Golf film with Chevy Chase, Rodney Dangerfield in it. He did Footloose.
Yeah.
He did largely all of the Top Gun soundtracks. He did Danger Zone.
Yes.
So I like Danger. Actually, only 2 he didn't.
Well, I like Danger Zone.
He did another one in this, but I don't know what that says. He did a song called "Meet Me Halfway" in a film called Over the Top, which is about Sylvester Stallone. He's a professional arm wrestler and a truck driver. Okay. That's a good song.
Right. Right. So he's got pedigree, is what you're saying.
Great stuff. He did a song. Your mama don't dance and your daddy won't rock and roll.
That sounds good.
Great song, and that's largely it. I think He did Double or Nothing in Rocky 4 as well. I mean, you can't fucking... The man's career in the 80s films, that's Caddyshack, Top Gun, Footloose, and Rocky 4 for the biggest, most highest grossing films of the 80s.
No, he's smashing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hope Footloose. I hated the song always before this.
Oh, I think it's great.
I was actually one of the worst things about it when I started. I was like, oh, fuck that, dying.
They play it 3 times in this film. I've never seen the theme song for a film played 3 times. Never seen a film song and I played it twice. Not even over the credits.
Yeah, you can hear sometimes like Mission Impossible have the dun, 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 but it's not really the thing. It's just background kind of. Yeah. Not the actual song, just whipping it
score.
out. Yeah.
And sometimes you'll maybe have it come back in the credits, but not 3 scenes. 3 scenes are soundtracked by this fucking song. It's incredible.
Yeah.
Speaking very quickly, right? Because I wanted to mention this because you might not know this. Kenny Loggins, obviously the greatest lyricist and songsmith of 80s films. Who would you say is the most 80s actor stroke actress? Right? Because I think I've found it.
Say this now, your biggest 80s.
Yeah, so the person that is the most ubiquitous, synonymous with 80s films.
Okay. I'm gonna say Travolta.
Why are you saying Travolta? That's interesting.
I feel like he's got an iconic. Was Grease in the 80s?
No, maybe late 70s. I don't know. Pretty sure Saturday Night Fever was late 70s as well.
Okay, well then that I kind of miss out then. It doesn't count then because it was 90s then when he came back then. Yeah. Okay. When did The Boy in the Plastic Bubble come out?
I could give you Cruise, but then I think Cruise has been better after that.
Yeah, I don't think it counts if they get better.
Tom Hanks, but
Swayze.
Swayze's a very good shout. No, but then it's only really Dirty Dancing. Is Roadhouse 90s or 80s? I think it's late 80s, but then I think Ghosts early 90s.
Okay, yeah, I think Ghosts 1990 or something like that.
Do you know who it is?
Give me.
It's a woman called Frances Lee McCain, right? She plays Kevin Bacon's mum in this.
Okay.
Right? She is also Billy Peltzer's mum in Gremlins.
Okay.
She is also Marty McFly's mum when he goes back to 1965 and Back to the Future. And she is also one of the mums in Stand By Me.
Jesus. Okay. Well, she's nailed
That's
in
a fucking four.
It is four of the biggest
80s bangers that have just all playing the mum.
That's a good shout. I mean, who's the actor?
That's her name, Frances Lee McCain.
No, I mean, that's the actor.
Who's the actor?
Did you see there was an actor one? That's good
Who
though.
Did I say the actor? Stallone?
Stallone, big enough shout in fairness.
Stallone's a shout. Bruce Willis, nah.
Nah, not really.
Die Hard's too late. I'd go Stallone. Anyway, just that.
I've thought of another song that should be in the top 5. It's now the top 7. Are We Human by The Killers.
Right. Again, wrong.
Top 5 worst songs ever written of all time.
That's only 6. You need to find another one.
I need to find another one.
You said top 7 now.
I need to find another one. So I had Are We Human, Oil City, Black Eyed Peas, Sex is on Fire,
Footloose.
Okay, we do need one more.
Candle in the Wind, the original.
I don't know why I was trying to do a Nicolas Cage. Like, what was that? Gone in 60 Seconds? Probably the theme tune to this podcast.
The hatred it builds. When I first started watching this film, the opening scene is just a load of feet. It's like a big Tarantino fucking porn film. It's just shit for about 3 minutes. First time you hear the theme tune, just shitloads of feet.
Yeah. Oh, do you know what? This is how my head linked here. Remember when feet, Tarantino, Margaret Qualley. You're always going on about Margaret Qualley. I watched The Nice Guys again last night. Great film. Oh. She's the kid in it.
No, for fun, don't tell me that.
Not the kid. Like the one that she's about 18 in it that they're looking for. The girl they're searching for.
I didn't realise that.
Neither did I till last night. I watched it and I go, oh, look at that. Sure, I didn't know she was in films even like 10 years ago.
Oh, well, there you go. See?
Blew my mind.
One to watch.
Yes, I remember there was, what the very start as well. They're in the church and everything, and it's John Lithgow or whatever. Good actor.
Good actor, great actor.
Like him, yeah, really like him. And this played this cunt well, right? But in the church, he's doing the sermon, and there was like a kid falling asleep.
Yeah.
And the thing I was like, what a place to fall asleep as a child.
In a church.
Taking your fucking life in
your
your
mouth
hands.
open.
Like bringing a fucking rape whistle to prison.
Your mouth open and already slavering.
Oh, God.
Provide an instant lubrication. You don't even know you've been mouth fucked.
At what stage are you asking for it? At what stage are you fucking asking for it?
Terrible parents. They just like, well, he's asleep. I don't want to wake him up.
Yeah. Everybody gets away. He won't know.
Right. Things. I don't even know how to approach this film because there's certain things. All my notes are things that annoyed me about it.
Yeah, I've got that too.
And scenes that I found fucking mental.
Yeah.
So let's do one of each.
Yeah, you just keep going.
But before that, I'll give you the trivia very quickly.
Yeah, let's do
it.
Yeah,
so we're just going back and forth with things we hated.
Yes.
Right. So this is quite a well-known tale in Hollywood. Do you know that Kevin Bacon, when he's at a wedding, will go up and give the DJ money so he doesn't play this song?
Fuck off.
Because everyone, if he's at a wedding, obviously people have already gone, hey, fucking Kevin Bacon. And when this song inevitably comes on, they expect him to go on and dance like he does in the film. And he's not a good, like there was 5 like dance doubles.
Yeah, of course,
this.
I presume so. That's why they're always in shadows.
Yeah, he's not a good, so that's why he does that. So I thought that was quite cool. With the principal's knowledge, 24-year-old Kevin Bacon attended the Payson, Utah High School as the character in this film, Ren McCormack, billed as a transfer student from Philadelphia in order to get into his role. So he went with a wee leather tie and the fucking mental spiky haircut, and they treated him exactly like they did in the film.
Really?
And he left, he was supposed to be there for 3 days, and he left the afternoon of the first day he went there. And I'm like, of course. Like, you're lucky you got out with that. Like, why the fuck, if you're 24 years old, why the fuck isn't anyone phoning their parent and going, there's a fucking man
there's a man
attending our school. This is fucking mental. Like,
he's fucking dancing. He's got like a weird haircut.
Exactly. Like, what? Like, I'm amazed there wasn't a lynch mob coming down at lunchtime to hang the bastard. Like,
isn't that when the one goes like, he's like, oh, you should dress down. Nobody's gonna, you should dress like David Bowie.
Yeah.
And that's a lad that got away. He's a guy that got away scot-free with banging kids.
Because he died.
David Bowie. Nobody, but he's never even brought up. He's still so revered.
I totally agree. One of the most celebrated paedophiles.
Yeah, like nobody said, like right out there, not even.
Not a thing. Yeah,
it's like 13-year-olds and everything. There's always,
you're absolutely right. Yeah,
like just nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah,
nobody died before it brought out.
But he's such a genius.
Yeah.
It's part of his character.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Sure, they were all at it back then. You're like, no, they weren't.
Nobody.
Yeah. You know what they always said? They're all back at it.
They kind of were.
But
Zeppelin were.
Doesn't mean it was a fucking, like, they know it was wrong back then.
Like, I would give you, right, so he was, the Stones definitely were.
Yeah.
At least one of them certainly was. He married a 13-year-old, Bill Wyman.
Okay.
All of Led Zeppelin were at it.
Yeah.
I would be stunned if some of the Beatles haven't.
Yeah. Whitesnake.
Elton John, come on. Not a fucking chance he hasn't. He hasn't dabbled below the limit. So
dabbled below the limit.
I think when people go, they were all at it, there's a good chance they were.
Yeah.
All at it.
Well,
it's very much like 80s British television.
Yeah. Who knows what Cilla Black was up to?
2000s comedy industry.
Yeah. It's a hotbed.
The last fact.
20th century Catholic Church.
The film was originally rated R, but became a PG rating.
Is that because there was dancing in it?
No.
That's a joke about it being banned.
I know.
That's fucking stupid.
It was given a PG rating. Obviously, the studio wanted a PG. The way they made it a PG was they removed any use of the F word, of which there was a couple, and a scene of a guy with his cock out. You know the shower scene?
Yeah.
You see a lot of guys' arses. One point, a lad just walks past apparently with his knob out. They were like, "Can't have that on a PG." And they went, "Fair enough. It's not integral to the plot at all. Literally no point in having a bear cock in there. Get it out."
It's great. That guy was like, "Fuck me, man. That's all I'm here for."
Yeah, he told his family.
I'm gonna be in.
Fucking scene's cut. Jesus.
I'll have a fucking cock out. I knew I shouldn't. ruined his film career.
Right.
So
let's go back and forth with things we hated.
Yeah, right. I'll kick it off with one of the stupidest scenes I've ever seen. How many fucking films, even just recently, have we done where people flirt with each other via Drag Race?
Yes.
A fucking flirting with another Drag Race. Oh, everybody nearly dies.
Yeah.
They don't.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck that was, the student with her legs doing the splits between two cars.
That was wild.
It didn't even really. You know what? It should have actually been impressive, but the whole thing, there was no reason for it. Nobody would do it. Why would you do it?
No.
It's not a movie. I feel like you're supposed to be suspending belief.
No.
Somebody wants to start a dance in a local hall. I can't fucking start suspending it when people are.
I don't think that is physically possible either.
No, just a little bit of that.
To have your legs split between two moving cars, I don't think is possible.
Van Damme did it, didn't he? For a.
Aye, but that's Van Damme.
I know. That was my point.
One of our greatest ever action stars.
Yeah. With a lot of shit. I think it was Van Damme that did it, but I mean, again, that's for like doing the splits between two fucking.
I also don't know how. I still can't work out how she got back in the car. She gets back in the car like one of the fucking Dukes of Hazzard.
yeah. Well, with a lorry.
She just slides back in.
And by the way, for this scene, the lorry is coming for 2.5 miles and sees this happening.
Yeah.
Not once does he stop.
Yeah.
He could have just stopped.
Yeah.
He just actually blows the horn for about 4.
He could have done a 3-point turn.
Yeah,
and gone the same way as them.
Like, there's so much time. Like
him going.
It's not a train.
Yeah. Him going like, "This is. I'm not getting paid enough for this shit. I don't care."
Is that a wee girl?
Yeah. Yeah.
Starts flooring it into them.
Wild.
Annoyed the shit out of me. It just annoyed the shit out of me. All of it, totally unneeded. Just made me go, I suspended belief. It's just, yeah.
Right, I'll take that. This wasn't going to be my first one, but I'll take that, right? She is one of the most annoying characters I have ever seen in a film. Suicidal from the off. Mm. So there's that. And then there's a bit where she stands in front of the train to try and kill herself. Mm. Right? Now, I get that she is obviously distraught about her brother dying, but you have to go, for fuck's sake, your hard work. Like, I think she's good looking. I don't think she is anywhere near hot enough to put up with that amount of shite.
That's so funny.
She's not.
Real bad actress too.
Yeah.
There's that, part where the ex punched her head in.
Yeah.
She was meant to cry on the floor. She was meant to cry on the floor, and it looked. She was such a bad actress. I was like, why is she laughing? I was like, she's laughing. She was sitting going. I was like, what a fucking Joker laugh.
Yeah.
And I went, oh my god, she's trying to cry as an actress. Shite.
Here's a question I was going to ask you about her, right?
Right.
As a character.
Yeah.
Is she actually suicidal? Or is she one of these good-looking women that has had everything done to her and handed to her that she knows that nothing will ever bad happen to her, right? So it's the guy that pulls her in to the truck, because even he's a fucking wild man. He's a mad cunt, right? Yeah. And even he's like, get the fuck in the fucking car. And her pals are going, get in the fucking car, what the fuck are you doing? And then he saves her. It's Bacon that pushes her out of the way of the train. Do you think she is one of these lassies that has just been handed everything because she's hot and just goes, I can coast my way through life. I can even flirt with death because I'm so hot, even death will fancy me and won't murder me.
I mean, she probably does have a little bit of that, but they cover it enough with the brother and the fact that the father's a psycho vicar. Yeah. I mean, if they had one of those things not happening, I'd be like,
I don't think he's that prohibitive though, the dad. Like, she's still cutting about dressed in like tight shorts and a crop top most of the time. So he's not like, you're not going fucking out dressed like that. as far as I can see, all he's basically saying is, look, your brother died. He obviously preferred, very much in a Stand By Me kind of way, he obviously preferred the brother, right? He wishes she'd died. But he's not like, you're not going out like that, you're not going out at all, right? He's just like, fucking don't dance, right?
No dance.
And be home when I ask you to.
Yeah.
And then she doesn't do that, so he smacks her back.
Oh, he clatters her. I forgot that he clatters her. Yeah, that was so fun. I fucking... You know, he goes to church, he's like... Never hit anyone.
I love his defense. I've never hit anyone before. It's not best to start with a door, though, is it? Like, maybe the postman or something like that. Like, you're going to build up to the door. Like,
there's a lot of people in the town that hated him that he could have smacked and got away with. Clattered the daughter, yeah.
Before you give me another question to answer that. Do you think the boyfriend... Right, I'm in no way...
he didn't do anything.
I am no way excusing that he fucking leathers her, right?
Yeah.
And he does. I mean,
twice.
She gives good. She fucking has a great elbow to his ribs. She smacks him one. She smashes up his car, right? Absolutely no excuse whatsoever, right? He does go far too hard, right? Yeah. Up until that point, does he actually do anything wrong?
No. I think he just said he's a dick, kind of, but he didn't actually think she is cheating on him.
He's obviously a dick, but if you're going out with someone, right, and another Kevin Bacon turns up to town,
he's always at that.
Immediately, you can see that your girlfriend fancies him.
Yeah.
And then starts like, yeah, you should fight him. Oh, you should fucking come on, fucking let's. And then I think she's very much playing them off.
Each other,
one another, and I don't think up until that point he then becomes a massive dick.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that drove him to it. I'm just saying up until then,
yeah, they were in the wrong.
He's not that.
Yeah.
Bad.
He just lost it. He's lost everyone by the end. He probably needed that scene to make you go, oh, he's a bad person.
He's actually a prick.
Yeah. Because otherwise you're just like, well, he just got cheated on. He's right to be angry. But
yeah. I mean, most people, if they're cheated on, their initial reaction would be, I'm going to batter.
The fact that he said, the fact he just said, it's your man Ren. It's Ren McCormick, isn't it?
Yeah.
And instead of going, yeah, she says nothing, he goes, you're so stupid.
Yeah.
And I was like, he actually tried at the start.
She is antagonising him and pushing him quite a lot, and you go,
yeah, she's a wank. But obviously he went and did what he did, and then that's that. But
right, what else?
Stupid name, Kevin Bacon too, isn't it? While we're at it,
right?
I'm sorry, I have nowhere to go with that. It's just a fucking stupid.
That's
name.
Just annoyed you, Kevin Bacon.
It's just his name's always has.
Yeah,
he's been called Craig Sausage. Fuck off.
I quite like it.
Craig Sausage.
No, I don't like his name. I like Kevin Bacon. I think I do. My second one was, let's not pretend he's fucking stunning.
No, he's not.
He turns up in this town and everyone's head turns and goes, Jesus fuck. Even the wee girls are going, my God, he's a fox.
Oh, that's right. So
fuck off.
He's gorgeous. Get the
like that fucking pug nosed. Like you could fucking ski jump off his fucking nose. Let's calm down. All right, I'm not saying he's ugly as sin, but he's not Bradley Cooper or Brad Pitt walking into that town.
Yeah.
Fucking going, I've never seen anyone like this.
Yeah.
He's not even the best looking guy, and the boyfriend's better looking guy than fucking Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. But can he dance?
Exactly. Yeah.
What is stupid? Why? By the way, the whole idea that there's no dancing is so stupid.
Like, it's ridiculous.
What the fuck kind of plot line is that? Like.
It's based on a true story. There was the guy that wrote it. There's a town that was in Oklahoma, and it only unbanned dancing. It only lifted the ban of dancing in 1983.
Yeah, oh my God. I had one here about. Is it my turn?
Yes.
A line in it. Remember, she was like, she was stealing like music tapes or something. And he goes, "Your dad." Somebody goes to him, "Your dad hears these tapes. He will bust your butt." He will bust your butt. What the fuck? Like, that pissed me off like nothing.
That's a weird.
Bust your butt?
Yeah.
Shag your arse if he finds it. Your dad finds you, burst the fucking fanny off you.
There's a lot of weird.
Bust your butt. I've never even heard Americans like
That's not a term.
Because like Americans are so shit at swearing, obviously, but like that has never, eat my shorts. Mixed fucking right.
It is Bart Simpson-esque level, isn't it?
Yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ, that fucked me right off. Small one, but
see, can I go for a pee before we?
Aye, you take a piss. Yeah.
Fucking, I've had about 3 bottles of water.
You gonna hoof it?
You can fill if you want.
Oh God, yeah. Well, actually, I will do a fucking shout out to the Patreon and all that. I'll do that now. May as well. While Mark goes and this is the level of professional we are now. While Mark goes and has to piss himself, I will do a plug for the Patreon. Do thank you very much. We've got a couple of new members and stuff like that. Obviously, it's very handy when you spread the word about this podcast because, as you know, even though it's movie based, mostly it's just a jumping off point for us to say either thinly veiled racist and sexist things. So please join the Patreon. There's the Discord in there. You get the bonus episodes. Usually, like, you get the regular episode a day early and that type of thing. But yeah, we're going to try and do that. We're going to look at possibly maybe adding a live show at the Fringe, but we're not really sure. But thank you very much for all of that. Here he comes. Fucking hell. How'd that go?
Great. Absolutely. Textbook.
Textbook.
Apologies for that. I was so tempted because you were filling to just go for a shit there.
Oh, that'd be so funny.
I apologise for that. I have an incredibly weak bladder for an adult.
Yeah,
I'm like a child. Yes. And will.
I'm weak-willed. Give me one.
Right. Okay. I've done that. I want to save that one for last because that's fucking mental.
Yeah.
There is a scene, when you're talking about lines that come out of nowhere, there is a scene that I don't know if there was a build-up to it or there's been scenes cut. There's a scene where suddenly Kevin Bacon, and I actually rewound a couple of bits because I was like, did I fall asleep and miss the build-up to this? There's a scene where he's in the classroom, right? And he finishes up. He's the only one in the classroom. And he's finished up studying. And then another guy comes in and offers him a joint. And he goes, nah, it's cool. I've got my own supplier. And he's like, no, this is really good. There's plenty more where this come from. Then another teacher appears and goes, I won't have any drugs on this campus. Grabs him. Kevin Bacon then runs to the toilet, throws it down the toilet and says, oh, you think I'd flush away a real joint? And then that's it. And I'm like, I've never met either of these two other characters before. Where the fuck is this scene come from?
Yeah, well, no need for it. Yeah,
it just seemed completely out of nowhere.
They must have thought this will be a good one to paint a picture of what this guy is.
Yeah, like I get they were trying to frame him and get him out, run him out of town.
Fuck off, like.
Because they had the gall to ask to dance. But it just annoyed me because it annoyed me because it made me feel like I hadn't seen a bit.
Yeah. It's very random, stupid shit. Here's one actually that also fucked me off, right? First of all, I can't believe that was Chris Penn.
Yes.
Doesn't look anything like him. Like, Chris Penn is so, like, I know exactly what he looks like. He's so kind of distinctive looking.
A big man.
But so it's quite fucking odd when you see him here. Like, I would never have... It came up Chris Penn. I go, which one's Chris Penn? And it was like ages. Madness. But see, they had a montage where he tries to teach Chris Penn how to dance. Honestly, I nearly fucking tore my foreskin off and shoved it in my fucking throat and hope I choked to death watching that shit.
Yeah.
It was the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in movie history.
I've got one of that. I've got that as one of the wildest.
There's a part where he starts getting into it. Remember, getting good? And Kevin Bacon's sitting on a tractor and they're in the middle of a field and he's like... And it's like, fucking kill both of you.
And the song, let's hear it for the boy. Let's give the boy a hand.
That's it.
It's very cringy.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen. I was fucking like self-harming watching it. I was lying back most of this film in the chair going like, oh, proper ruin my morning.
Oh, that's very... There's another scene with the two of them where... Because Kevin Bacon turns up and is an outcast at the school, and quite rightly fucking so, because he turns up to school with a leather tie on, and looking like he's just fucking like he looks like
a lesbian aunt.
The haircut's fucking wild. And then he bumps into Chris Penn and he says something. Chris Penn's basically like, well, watch where you're going, and then he's wearing for some reason the kind of cowboy hat that middle-aged women would buy outside of a Rod Stewart concert. Right? Like a proper Hindu cowboy hat, silver sequins. And then Bacon says, see where you bought that hat? Do they sell anything for men? And then he goes, whoa, nice one, buddy. And then I like you, right? And then they become best friends from that. And then they become even closer by Kevin Bacon at lunch telling him a porn story that he's just made up for his pleasure about shagging someone in the back of a car.
Aye.
And you can see Penn getting physically aroused during it. And he goes, I just made it up. And he's like, oh,
what a cool guy.
A weird fucking scene.
What a cool guy. He's insulted me and lied to me. And Chris Penn's like, I'm in there. Yeah, that was awful too. I think, I know which one you're going to bring up, I think, so I'm going to skip this one, right? I've already wrote that one. It's very funny. Imagine thinking Kenny Loggins' music would actually corrupt your soul. It's quite funny when it's the music. It isn't like, it isn't fucking Black Sabbath they're playing the whole time. It's so funny going like, that's going to fucking...
That's what I have. I have the music isn't even that sexy.
It's not even, it's not at all.
It's just pop disco music. Like, you could argue if it was Sabbath stuff where you had Ozzy biting the heads off bats and constantly talking about devil worship, and you go, this song seems to be corrupting the kids. Or if it was Prince constantly talking about fucking people, you go, all right. But it's literally just synth pop.
Yeah. Footloose, put on your Sunday shoes.
If anything, it's encouraging. It's getting you ready for church. Put on your fucking Sunday shoes, so you're not going out with them trainers on.
That's a pile of fucking... fucking hate this fucking fella. I give it a half star.
Also, I don't understand why they ban the dancing. Right? So they ban dancing after there's been a party.
Yeah.
And as they're driving home... Yeah, someone's been... her brother and a couple of other folk have been run off the road.
They hadn't been dancing.
And they blame it on dancing. They don't blame the fact that they were pissed. They don't blame it on the fact that there's clearly a ready access to drugs in this town. Yeah. But they go, do you know what it is? It's the fucking dancing.
Aye. They hadn't done that fucking jig.
Yeah, they blamed a tragedy, a school tragedy.
Yeah.
It'd be like Sandy Hook banning... blackboards, right? They were present at the time, but they're not the fucking reason why this tragedy has happened.
Always blaming anything black.
She said, like, dancing. I don't even know if that would hold up either.
No. They made a law of it. It passed everybody, by the way.
Who's made the law? The parish council? Like, it's that's state law.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I don't think towns can pass their own laws.
Yeah, it's like a neighbourhood watch putting you in jail for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bollocks.
I also have I hate glitter. Right? Not Gary. Big fan. I hate it in this scene. First of all,
the fake glitter just going.
Having it just outside the town. So they could always have danced. They go to a fucking bar just outside the town. Be happy with that. Right? You're getting out. You can't. It's not a nationwide ban on dancing. There's a place that's a mere 3 miles away
where
you can dance with some quite elderly cowboys, apparently. Right? They then go, right, well, we can't do that. We'll do it on the state line. Right? Because luckily Bacon works in a factory. And the guy goes, just have to dance in my factory. Right? Now, I would argue that factory is going to be filled with asbestos. It's going to be filled with machinery. Also, it doesn't seem like the best place
for a dance.
To have a school dance. It certainly doesn't seem like the best place where, with an afternoon to go, you could create an unlimited glitter shower.
Yeah.
Constantly come down.
Just up to your fucking knees and the shit. Yeah.
And that's not just in this film. I hate glitter. In real life, do you know moments when I go, you really are a miserable bastard, but I can't help it. See, it happens at the Fringe, and it happens at pretty much any music festival. See when fucking a group of lassies turn up and they've all put glitter over their faces, right? They've all fucking under the eyes, and it's fucking under the eyes, and up there. Oh look, we're all glittery. Look at us. We're like so fucking
We're
glittery.
wild.
And then some of the boys start doing it. Oh, let's put it on our boyfriends. Fuck off. Fuck off. Everyone going around looking like fucking George Michael's dick all night. Fucking looking like retards.
Clown blue is loading your face.
Oh my god! And then they're like that all fucking night as well.
Yeah.
I hate it.
Prosecco.
It is. It's prosecco behaviour. It's Aperol spritz behaviour.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I mean, I like prosecco myself,
Fucking,
but
I'm not.
but Aperol spritz.
Let's not
fuck
include
off.
prosecco in that. Aperol spritz. Oh gee, the worst drink in the world.
Dire.
The glitter of drinks.
The glitter. I've got one here, right? You're right. The whole. By the way, I was like, this is another one, right? I love how the entire film is like delivered in a way that's kind of like a Martin Luther King rally, that they're fighting for civil rights. Do you know there's a part like the town's under serious oppression because nobody can dance? The way they're fucking talking about it, you know, they're like, like you can't get too big for your boots, kid. You know, you're going to get trouble around here. So if you're going to get shot by like the KKK or something, it's like, you're not putting any fucking dances in the local barn. I'm like, this is just, the stakes were all wrong. Everything was just fucking, it drove me mad. But my favorite thing, I just thought, right, before we get into the last one, which I think you've got.
Oh, I've got about 4 more.
Oh, good, right. Well, I'm going to do this, right? Do you know after he finally buckles the priest, right?
Yeah.
The vicar or whatever the fuck you call him, right? And he gets like the pastor, right? And he gets them, you know, he gets the show and all that type of stuff. You know, he's like out the side and he's like, he turns outside and he's like, nah, better not look in and see what's happening. But how fucking funny would it be after all of that if he comes in like comes in and his fucking daughter's just sucking off bacon in the middle of the floor and everybody's clapping like, hey,
like a dancing bear video.
Fucking utterly destroy the priest. He's run through all the turmoil and everything, and he looks in and he's like, oh my god, everybody's just horsing him, his daughter, and he's like,
I don't know if this was a good idea. His wife, no, trust me, let's go and look.
They're all looking up at him too. Stupid fucking priest. Stupid fucking priest.
Even the guy that was burning the books is there.
Oh, fuck me. God, that would be so funny.
Goes down as a priest that allowed.
I reckon that would be
allowed the most incredible gangbang in the state's history.
In a barn by a cowboy. God, that's so funny.
Just the mill owner.
Absolute mayhem in there.
Cheers, pastor.
Like genuine animals in there. They're spitting in the back of her head. Oh.
Right, I'll very quickly run through this.
Yeah.
Why the fuck does he need to be? Why mention the fact that he's class at gymnastics?
Oh,
There's no point.
Yeah.
For bizarre. Right, when they said he's kicked off the team, right? Yeah, I've been kicked off the team. Obviously, we've seen this kind of trope in films before. I've been kicked off the team. Normally, it's the basketball team or the football team. And then I had to remember, it's a fucking gymnastics. He's been kicked off the gymnastics team. What the fuck? Like, if you've got any gumption about you at all, you don't get kicked off the gymnastics team. You just go, fuck you. This is a gymnastics team. There's not people queuing round the block to join the gymnastics team.
Well, there goes out my $1 million contract.
Right, okay, I've got 2 more. No, 3 more, sorry. One's very, very quickly. How much of a piece of shit Baker is to her after she's had the shit kicked out of her.
Aye.
Right?
Aye, yeah,
what a weird scene. Yeah. And then she goes, are you ever going to kiss me? And then he just fucking grabs her. And you'd think you'd go...
After what's the...
Maybe
the manhandling.
Maybe we'll leave it for another night. Yeah. Because you've just been... absolutely punted about by your ex. So this isn't the most romantic of moments. I don't want to remember this as our first kiss, to be honest.
Spitting out her teeth.
Yeah. I don't only have to kiss you on one side of your mouth because the other one's blue.
Oh, right? God. Yeah. But he didn't seem to care too much about the fact that he kicked the shit out of her too. I didn't really seem to...
Oh, no, he was only concerned about himself.
Yeah, it was awful, yeah.
right, my two main problems with this, right? One of them is a mental scene, and one of them is about the entire film.
Right, I think I know what your mental scene is.
What do you think it is?
The game of chicken?
Yes, it is.
The game of chicken.
In tractors.
There is a scene in the film where Bacon and your one's ex or whatever face off for her?
Basically, rather than them having a fight, they decide that they're going to have a game of chicken in tractors.
Yeah. What was that? I don't even know.
I've never heard of this in my life.
No.
I've never heard of anyone settling a feud for a lady over a game of chicken.
Yeah. There's so much to
unpack. It would have made more sense if he had said, we're going to have a duel, right? We're going to have pistols at dawn, right? And he'd produced 2 archaic fucking put the gunpowder in Neapolitan pistols.
Yeah.
And then they'd both got up, walked 10 paces, and the first one to shoot. That would have made more sense than them both getting into tractors and driving them at each other.
The whole.
I didn't mean to say I meant to say Napoleonic.
Okay,
I didn't mean to say Neapolitan.
Yeah, but like, it's a fucking. But it's too much to unpack. Yeah, as you said, nobody could fight over that. There's a part as well. Even when they're there, there's about 20 feet between them, and then the other guy starts going, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I'm like, "Playing chicken."
Yeah.
Well, you fucking decided. Yeah. Like, there's none of it.
It's the slowest thing ever. Like, it's like, you know the Austin Powers scene where they're driving it's like that, but it's supposed to be a tense moment where and then they both start raising the fucking shovels as well. And then he goes, "Oh, you want to go up, do you? Oh, you're going down now." Like, they're still about 50 feet apart from each other.
Really, I feel like they were going slow enough that we would just hit. There would be a collision. You'd just be like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
That was about it. Unless the shovel comes flying out somehow, but the other one would block it.
I wonder how. I reckon the worst that would happen if 2 tractors hit each other is you'd get thrown from the seat.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't think the tractor's going to get ruined, but I don't think you'd be.
Also, who owned the tractor?
I don't know.
And then one's just upside down in the fucking river because the guy ditched it.
So it's ruined a farmer's livelihood. Yeah, just because these 2 pricks can't fight.
Oh God, there must have been a battle over love here. Looking at his fucking tractor upside down, and things like, well, at least it was in the name of love. Fuck off.
Shooting his sheep because he's got to make up the surplus. Anything for love.
Hey, give her one for me.
Such a weird fucking scene.
Weird
even
film.
the way it ends with the fact that Bacon is not even a psychopath, but he's got his shoelace trapped in the pedal.
Yeah, stupid.
My main problem with the whole film,
okay,
the dancing isn't good.
Yeah, there was one. Do you know what? There was one guy that did like a
the robot guy.
Great.
He does that cool thing where he moves his head.
Thought he was good.
That was cool.
The rest of it was like, yeah. Do you know what? I get it. I suppose it's kind of supposed to be just like a town hall thing, but really, if you're making a movie all about dancing and you have to be in dancing, you'd think it. A lot of it's weird.
None of the dancing is any good. Like Travolta in Saturday Night Fever, that's good dancing. None of this is. It's Bacon just jumps about quite a lot. Whatever the fuck Chris Payne's doing when he's teaching him is awful. None of the other
flapping like a bird at one stage.
Like there is those the 2 guys. The guy does the robot, and then he points at another guy, and then he starts break dancing. You then go, right, that's good. But Bacon's supposed to be the pioneer of this.
Yeah.
He's the man that's reintroduced, and he's what I would argue at that dance one of the worst.
Yeah. None of it. It's such a good point. The whole thing's about fucking like.
He's awful.
Yeah.
I think they've been starved of dancing so long they don't realise how shite he actually is.
Go to another town, like, oh my God,
this must be dancing now.
Craig's sausage is unbelievable.
Yeah, this must be how they do it in the big city. What have we been doing with our fucking Charlestons and our tangos and our 2-steps? Look at this fucking lunatic jumping about as if he's having a fit.
Yeah. If anybody danced like anybody in Footloose in an actual club tune right now, there'd be a shooting.
Oh,
that's probably what happened at the fucking Bataclan. Some cunt tried putting on skinny loggins and everybody just fucking pulled their guns and just started shooting. It's unbelievable. Like,
there's the bit when he dances on his own in the mill, and he's dancing angry. Like he dances. There's every emotion can be expressed through dance in this town. So it's joy at the end, but that's when he's fucking angry. So he goes to the mill to be by himself and ends up swinging like Tarzan from a chain.
Hey, what is
this? This is fuck. And I forgot the most mental bit about that chicken, the tractor chicken. They play "Holding Out for a Hero" by Bonnie Tyler, and you're like, what? What is this? The whole fucking song. That's how slow a game of chicken this is. They managed to play a 4.5 minute song to it. Oh,
it's so shit.
Because I was thinking today, is this actually? I think it is shite, but I'm thinking because of the way that like I've said this before, if you don't catch a film at a certain time in your life, it then has cult. Like I love the Goonies and stuff like that. And folk might watch that and go, shite. There is a film that we are going to watch at some. There's 2 films that we are going to watch 3 films actually. Now that I think about it, that we are going to watch that. Objectively, people would go, those are fucking shite.
Okay.
But because I watched them at a certain time, I think they're amazing.
But
I will be angry when you take the piss out of them.
Okay, great.
And I think this might be one of them.
But you know, like, I think it's so bad. I just don't know what the redeeming character. Like, if you were in a certain time and place, what did you like?
None of the characters.
That's
are
what I'm
nice.
saying. Like, what did you like? I don't get.
Yeah.
Like, my famous one is the original Top Gun. I don't care for.
Yeah, see, you're wrong.
I know, but I can understand. But I can understand why I'm wrong.
Right. Okay.
What there's the acting, there's the thing, the whatever. Like I don't. This has no saving grace. The only saving grace I think about it is you're saying like is the song.
Yeah.
And I think that's the fucking worst song of all time. Like it's just.
Lithgow's good.
John Lithgow is good.
Yeah.
I actually really like Chris Penn in general.
Chris Penn's all right, in this. He plays an idiot very well.
Or not even just, in general.
And he's quite a likeable character. He's just thick as fuck.
Fucking, thick as mince.
But she's a terrible person.
Yeah.
Horrible. Bacon's a terrible person as well.
He is, yeah.
Like, he's fucking selfish as... Like, if your uncle has invited you to stay with them because your dad's run out on you, and your actions cause someone to throw a brick through the window of your children's bedroom. You're right. Like, this dancing shit stops now. I don't give a fuck. Like you're saying, this isn't civil rights you're fighting for.
It's so funny. Like, it's delivered like it's genuinely civil rights.
I've got 2 wee girls that have just had a brick thrown through their window that says "burn in hell." I don't give a fuck what you think is happening. This stops now or you leave.
Picking glass out of his wee girl's eyeball, and he's sitting there going like, "Just want a tango, Dad." Uncle Bob.
Have you never listened to the police?
Yeah. Oh, I hated that too. The police are behind you.
Men at Work.
Fuck off.
That's the 2.
That was kind of
the 2 bands. Men at Work and the Police.
You've never the first band of all time. You've never heard of Men at Work. That's so funny. Like if somebody doesn't know music, you'd be like, fucking even the Beatles would make sense.
Yeah.
You haven't heard of Men at Work.
Men at Work.
The one-hit wonders. That was but
You've never heard Down Under. Right.
What the fuck is
if you do enjoy this film, we're sorry, but fuck off. Fuck you as well.
Get better.
Utterly dog shit.
Seek help.
I don't know if next week's going to get any better. It's a total departure.
Well, Schindler's List. This was quite a jump.
Yes, it was. This isn't. Well, it kind of is. But again, I randomly picked them. Mm-hmm. And this week, my son has picked a film that widely is considered a classic. I enjoyed it the first time I saw it.
Okay.
But it has been discussed amongst our friends as being dog shit. I thought it was our first Nicholson film, but it's not because we did Batman. So we're our second Jack Nicholson film. We're going to be doing Chinatown.
Oh, right. Perfect. I don't know Chinatown.
So
I wasn't involved in that. I remember everybody.
No, because you've not seen it.
Yes.
So it'll be very interesting to see what you think.
Fun. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So next week we're doing Chinatown.
But Daniel Sloss hated Chinatown, but Daniel can't do that type of film.
Sloss hates films.
Like Sloss would despise Heat.
Aye, Sloss.
Because it's too...
Yeah, I don't... Yeah. I respect Daniel a lot as a comedian. I respect Daniel as a human and as a dad. When it comes to music and films, I have less respect for Daniel than a piece of shit in my shoe. So, don't take his word for it.
Is Spotify
However,
playlist
thank you very
genuinely
much.
starts with Ed Sheeran?
Yeah, oh, jeez. Thank you very much for the use of your house to record this every week, though, Daniel, if you're listening.
That's so funny. I respect him as much as the shit on my shoe. Anyway, I better clean up his house here after we degrade it. That's good. Chinatown, that's a good one, because I haven't actually seen that.
So that's next week. Thanks again for listening. Thank you very much for making last week's episode our second quickest downloaded episode ever after American History X. We can't imagine why. And yeah, just keep listening, keep spreading the word. Patreon and stuff, we're going to record that now. See you next week.
Bye.